Hi, Gemini, and welcome to your November 2023 read. Okay, let's get started. This read is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Okay, so this month I decided to change it up. This is the Earth Magic Oracle deck. It gives us a good one-card synopsis of what the read is. There it is. Okay, grounding. I love it. The tree, right? The wisdom, the knowledge that we have, that we already know, that we're seeking. The strength. You know, so it's like natural disasters happen, and so many of Mother Earth's trees, when that happens, they actually are still deeply rooted in the ground, right? They don't move. So it is about keeping your faith deeply rooted in the ground, as above, so below, right? And for some, hugging a tree. Well, all of us, hugging a tree gives us the power. It's very powerful, right? Trees are powerful. I mean, all of Mother Earth's, you see, you know, the waves, etc. Everything is energy. It's power. So be very strong and powerful this month. No matter what happens, right? Okay, let's get started. I'm also seeing greenery, so plant-based foods. Maybe you're looking into that. Eating more greens, planting your own, you know, raw vegetables, tomatoes, doing that in your yard. I mean, that is something that will be definitely an asset later on in life. And maybe more, not as later as, you know, the word implicates. Okay, let's go. Gemini. Maybe you have a beautiful tree that right now, and you know, it is a beautiful time for the trees and the leaves, everything's the color, the transformation of life right now is just absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh. So, okay. So, whichever way we put this, it looks as though I'm going to put this like, I find it interesting also that in this depiction, there's so much purples, lavenders. So maybe some of you are planting lavender in your backyard. You have lavender in the backyard. It's all about your home, inside, and what shows up on the outside. And what looks like right now, we have a situation where we're not on the same page. We have been going back and forth, fighting for our rights, fighting for our freedom, sticking up for ourselves, but doing it in a way that is uncharacteristically Gemini. Not unless someone really got in your way. I do have horses here, so some of you, of course, love horses. But others, if you were with a Scorpio, you ended it. This is the Scorpio card. Whatever has ended was needed in order for you to realize your power in sticking up for yourself in whatever that means. And it looks like it's a continuous cycle of, you know, I try over and over again, and, you know, to no avail. And this is why you did it. Why, okay, it's a general, but truly, Why do we, even if it's not with a Scorpio, why do we need to realize how powerful we are? It is all about the presentation, but once we get this feeling of, wait a second, I'm not being treated properly. You're not going to talk to me like this. I'm not standing up for it, so I'm standing up for myself. And then you feel this surge of energy that brings you back to what the true issues of life are, and that is that you're strong. You're strong in mind. And you know your worth. You know you're worthy. And why should anyone, no one on this planet, should treat others with anything but respect? So I think this had to be done. This had to be said. This had to be, you had to stick up for yourself in whatever situation that you found yourself in with maybe a few people, right? Or a group, a group of people. But, looking at this, the Scorpio or even a Leo, or Leo got involved. I don't know. I don't feel that as much as the Scorpio, right? Okay. In order for us to really be firm and get in life what we are entitled to get, and that is not of egoic. The entitlement is what we were born upon this earth with, and that is all the tools necessary to find ourselves back to a place where we once came from, which is all love. Let me push this back for a smidge so that I can get another level of, okay. Underneath is you leaving. They told me to do that real quick before we continue with getting more to the narrative. There it is. So you're proud of yourself, and you should be. You had to leave. Hello. You left. Okay, so, it has not been easy. It's like mental anguish trying to stick up for what you believe in, not to prove yourself right. No. To prove to others that you're not going to deal with their bullshit. Whether it's people lying, cheating, stealing, skirting around an issue, not people of no integrity, people lashing out to the Gemini because of their own insecurities. We know the mirror has two faces, and that's why justice had to be served. And there's that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I'm going to say it's a water sign for sure. We know how absolutely compassionate the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio water signs are. But they also have given you a reason to not believe. Did they give you a reason not to believe in yourself? And how long could we contain and not put boundaries up? And you just had to leave. Up to 10 years. I'm going to say it, up to 10 years. You've put up with enough and you had to leave. And it makes you happy because you did it. And you probably, knowing Gemini, your presentation is what really, I feel, the presentation of not reacting. I don't feel you reacted, but I feel you really firmly drew the line in the sand. Like, this is not cool. I am not going to put up with someone who does not respect. And Gemini says to themselves, they have insecurities, whomever that Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces is. Maybe it's, like I said, the mirror has two faces. It is their insecurities that drove and drives people away. That's why people lash out. Their unhappiness. And they, misery loves company. Okay. Okay. 5 of Wands on the bottom. And here you are. And here you are. Are you kidding? Looking great. Feeling amazing because you took your power back. And we're not here to throw shade on anyone, but let me tell you, if someone gets in our way and we lose respect because someone's not capable of seeing their part of the issue and the problem, we take full responsibility for whatever this is. We'll find out. But in the meantime, let's go and get more insight to the narrative of what has happened or what's going to happen. There you go. Now the Lovers is upright, and that's where the distinction of, for me, as a reader, this is not a Two of Cups moment. This is a lover's moment, a lover's quarrel. We don't see eye to eye. This is a clearly a soul contract, soulmate contract, whereby it takes a long time to clear, and because you're both here trying to learn your own lessons, and in those differences of what it is that you're having, this lover's quarrel or fighting against and going against the grain of a relationship that's unable to move past one's own insecurities, and they don't feel worthy of themselves. So therefore, Gemini says, I'm done. 10 of Swords, we saw it. And 6 of Swords. And 5. So 5, 6, and 10. This could have been not only a matter of over time, it could also have been an issue of, wow, you're not getting it. And you're going over the same old ground. Year after year. No shit. It's like someone's not getting it. Why? Because when two people are not getting it and you draw the line in the sand, you stand up for yourself, you're not speaking the same language clearly. And when that happens, one person is not on the same vibrational frequency as the other. It's obvious. It's not only about being, drawing the line in the sand and wanting respect and, like going the distance, what have you. We'll see what the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands say here, but honestly, like, you're going over the same old ground. The fight is about the same, it's the same fight. Different day, different year, different way. You don't pull your weight. I just heard that. You're not pulling your weight. You can't make a commitment. You're being disrespectful to me. You're talking the Seven of Swords. You're not here as a relationship should be. When we say partnership, that's what it means. It means we are partnering together to utilize, as above, so below, the power of love, and to take the wisdom that we have been innately given and raise people up instead of bringing them down. So, Spirit, without question, intervened. Are you kidding? Of course. Spirit intervened and said, we have to put an end to this. We have to put an end to this fighting, to this constant battling of the wills. Who's right? Are you kidding? Do you know the first person that says, they want to be right? The first person that alludes to, I want to be right, should look in the mirror. Let's get another card here for the Five of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Why? Because someone has you. If you could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but I'm telling you also that you know your value, Gemini. You have all the knowledge, the power, the stability, financial independence. I mean, come on, look. And I'm hearing it, you're in a relationship that doesn't see your value. Maybe is jealous of you. Who knows? Let's get one more card here. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. Oh my God, Gemini. And that's exactly the confirmation that happens in this relationship. Because two people come together, right? And one person is not valuing the other by, I'm not talking about just the financial stability that one has. I'm talking about the time that you put into a relationship, the effort, the communication, the conversation. What kind of conversation is this kind of relationship having? Nothing but havoc, drama, bullshit. Why? Because someone doesn't see you in the same light as you see yourself. Therefore, this is you. You're in charge of your life. You took hold of your life. You put the boundaries up. You set the stage for that tree not falling. Maybe, just maybe, do you think that someone kind of wanted the Gemini to fail? Kind of had just a little envy because the Gemini looks like they've got, literally not looks, but they've got their shit together and someone else doesn't. Again, I'm not throwing shade here. You have to realize, and you have, how powerful, and not from the ego of needing to be right, of powerful in the way that you set boundaries, that you have had convos over and over and over and over again about what you will and won't put up with. And to some, that looks like, oh, you're nagging. You're a bitch. Well, the mirror has two faces because someone clearly cannot see and value you the way that you need to be treated. And that shit can't happen. And that's why the Ten of Swords is here. Okay, so let's go to, they want me to start with, right, the conflict of Five of Swords and Five of Wands. What does that say? Actions speak louder than words. So let's see. Spirit definitely stepped in because of the imbalance here. At one time, this relationship had what? What's the word? Potential. Yeah. I'm not saying this wasn't a relationship that you didn't think that we would go the distance. For sure, we thought that. But someone can't make the commitment. They're not capable. Let's just see. Right? We had other players involved in, right? Obviously, 5 and 5. We have 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands. Well, it's probably like this group effort, perhaps a group effort saying, are you really ready to make a commitment to the Gemini? Because, you know, that's what the Gemini is wanting. Live in whatever, commitment of some sort. But how can a commitment happen when all you're doing is fighting? Over what? Is there issues of money involved? Let's talk. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's the Tower moment that happened. Exactly. Someone was trying to avoid a Tower moment by avoiding what maybe questions that you had about, like, just simple stuff. Like, for some, okay, they're telling me relationships we know should be on equal ground. So if you're going to ask me about something personal, then why shouldn't I be able to ask you? Two people that definitely are very different. Ages, culture, and I'm not talking age in terms of I'm 32 and you're 20 or 22. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the wisdom. Someone's more mature than the other. Could be younger than another, but younger in mind. Younger in mind. And how it plays out. You know, it's like, we're not 20 anymore. You don't get to slam the phone or disconnect or ghost a Gemini. It just doesn't happen. So you took your power, right? You started changing, Gemini. I feel that over the course of up to 5-10 years, for some months, I don't see it as months. I see this as longevity of bullshit back and forth all the time with someone. And it was like, what the heck? Putting the brakes on it. Pissing a Gemini off is not pissing a Gemini off as revenge. Most Geminis are not into vengeance, but others are. And you're like, man, I gotta let me just put these down. You're like, I gotta get out of here. I keep going over the same old ground. You see the lion in the backdrop here? I'm gaining more strength with each fight for my own survival of integrity, respect, honorability, loyalty. I find myself getting stronger and stronger. And look at what showed up. 5 of Swords. Someone just doesn't get it. Hitting below the belt. And someone said, I'm out. And Gemini, it was you. These are all swords. The swords are you saying, I'm not putting up with this anymore. And here's the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that hides behind the veil of their own truth. They can't be transparent with you, Gemini, as you have been with them. Why? Because they have their emotional issues. It's not a bad thing. It's just they are... Some of you who are dealing with the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, the issues of what has been the contention of so many fights over and over again is that someone has not healed their heart. Some of you are dealing with someone emotionally unavailable and cannot understand that all it takes is the helping hand of a Gemini to say, okay, you're lashing out here, and and when you're having a fight or trying to make some sense of it all with the Gemini, that person just walks. They just walk out the door. They don't want to. It's avoidance. So they avoided, and they definitely aren't telling you what's really going on behind the scenes. So that Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces has to get eclipsed out for a new beginning to happen for the Gemini. Red-tailed hawks could be your totem animal, and a new beginning, which is not, right now, is not yet going to start because we're still reeling in the situation here. Doves, white doves, mourning doves, the little bunny rabbits. This one's not so little. So there's a lot of prosperity. You're working on you. You're looking at opportunities. Perhaps you're really focusing and honing in on your purpose. Now the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn is reversed because that's what happened. Someone was holding back. So in hindsight, someone was holding back because they are not at the level that the Gemini is. They haven't looked in the mirror yet. They're holding back. They haven't seen your worth, and now they're alone. Romeo. Romeo and Juliet. This is like that Romeo and Juliet Taylor song. And the death card, right? So now we have Scorpio reversed. That's correct. And why is it reversed? Because someone said, I'm out. And whoever was involved, friends, family members, what have you, friends, family members are looking forward to seeing where the Gemini's next not situation, but where you're headed next. Where are you going to put your energy? It's all about wisdom, knowledge, leaving the past behind. There they are. There's Romeo. Some of you, that song has significance, you know. This is the Six of Cups. So we bid farewell to the past. And we're not talking. Well, we've had so much to talk about. It's kind of like you've been fighting a lost cause because someone can't hear exactly what you're saying because they're not on the level of where you are and what you have worked on, right? What you have worked on, Gemini. It wasn't an easy, this has not been easy. By no means. Look at the tumultuous waters. Are you kidding? Wow, it's like, come on already. You can't see the Gemini, the authenticity of the Gemini. It's like, Gemini, you already knew that you were gaining strength and power. Are you kidding? And you know, and I'm going to tell you, I am. But you turned this around because this is what you saw. This is who you saw. This is who you were truly with. The beast, not the devil. The beast of burden, of someone else's pain, someone really turning not so nice. You know how it is when you have like really a good looking, let's say, guy. You're out with, you're dating this good looking guy. He's got like so much potential. But when you get him pissed, or when he gets mad, and when he starts lashing out and showing you his true colors, he becomes not so attractive. It's like the attraction it's like God's way of saying, are you looking for someone who has the inner workings of the beast, or a beastly, is that who you're looking at, who becomes unattractive with after every fight? It's like, wow, I didn't see this person like this ever. Kindness makes, with love, the love that we have within exudes on the outside. And if you don't have a loving heart, it's going to show. It's going to come out. So you ended up looking into, you know, it's like going into the lion's den and finding someone's true inner self looks like this. And it just starts etching away. It does. It etches away on the actual part of what could have been with great potential as the lovers. Sexy, sexy. Great looking couple. So much potential. But still a lover, nonetheless. To a Two of Cups moment that couldn't get off the ground. This is true love. This relationship with the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio doesn't have the capacity to go the distance because they're in this relationship is kind of like you're in your 20s or 30s where you're still like fighting about stupid crap. You're not pulling your weight in a relationship. You're asking someone, whatever. And some of you didn't even get, how was your day? And how can I help you? And to get to this level of true love on the heart level instead of the egoic lovers, it had potential, but it couldn't get there because this person was only, this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could only think of what could go wrong, what did go wrong, all the negative, the playbook of their past is negative. And all the things of of what could go wrong, what you tell the universe, what you think, manifests. And here you are sitting on your throne. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn as well, Gemini. But here it is. I feel this is also this is the real issue here. Someone's the king on the throne and the other's the seven saying, gosh, it was so close. And then they showed their true colors. The fights that ensued just etched away because, oh my gosh, when Gemini looked into the lion's den of someone's inner workings, it was very, for some, scary. I'm going to say it. Some of you dealt with not only verbal abuse here, but also verbal, mental, whatever, and some physical. So when you get to the Two of Cups, for me, this is the real deal right here. It could have been a third party infiltration. Someone's walking away, but I feel that the feminine Geminis said, I can't play this game, so I'm walking. I'm leaving. And the masculine, so now we have 3 5s. So some of you guys are saying 5, 5, 5, of course. I'm sorry, 5, 5, 5. So we have the 5 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the only thing missing is the 5 of Pentacles but you're at the 7, so they are not at the 5, they're at the 7. Meaning they're waiting for you to come back and say, please take me back. you know. So, you know, you got very clear. You have gotten really clear and walked away. I mean, what else can I say? Because you want the real deal. You not only want the 10 of Cups, again, you want the 10 of Pentacles. You deserve someone who has the richness of life, the knowledge, the loyalty, the humbleness, the patience. You know, I could go on. This, okay, I'm going to say it. This also, this type of situation that you've been in, Gemini, has also been one that is very much threaded, which if you've been watching me long enough, you know that the thread is important to understanding why we choose the people in our lives that we choose. And this had to get cut out because this was and shows very much so a thread of father and or mother, you know, issues that were replaying in our lives, right? Which constitutes why we had to cleanse it, to clear it, and to get strong. Because if you've been dealing with this and this resonates, cutting the cords to this allows our ancestral lineage to be freed as well. That's why we're here on the earth plane. We're here on earth so that we can revisit that and or those people, places, and things that will allow us the power of this generation, our generation, to cut those ancestral, you know, cut the toxic behaviors of, you know, what we no longer and who we no longer represent, in order to raise to awareness of a higher consciousness, ascension, and free our ancestral lineage as well. As above, so below. It's okay, honey. That's chocolate. Okay, let's... Oh. I heard something outside. Okay. See? Who's barking orders? That's done. Wow. Oh my gosh. What? It came reverse. I'm going to show it to you upright because you can't tell what it is. It's the chains that bind the devil. What it came reversed. You have freed yourself from the chains that bind, that no longer apply and are applicable, no longer apply in your life and are applicable in your within. Because when we experience these kinds of things, and you saw someone's inner beast, you've been like someone was pulling and dragging you down, and you knew it. Are you kidding? Of course you knew it. But it's one thing to know it and another thing to get out of it. Perseverance. Yeah, it's of course you persevered. Of course. Because you know. It's okay, chocolate. You have persevered because you know that this had potential. But what you don't know is that someone else's pain, you may not know truly what someone else's pain feels like, because maybe they didn't express it. But when you see the beast within, you know, it's time to let go. And one more for Gemini. Seeker. Hello. Seeker of what? Gemini, we are the seekers of truth. The truth that lies within, not without. Chocolate, it's okay. Sorry. Doggies hear the doggies outside, and it's raining. So they're like not happy. Okay. So that's what we got. The seeker of our own powerful selves to illuminate, in order for us to have seen and to have grown into the powerful beings that we are. We had to go and experience this time after time after time, with or without one person or many. It doesn't matter. The situation bodes true for all. Chocolate, it's okay, honey. The situation bodes true for all whom has come into your life that gave you that feeling of disrespect. You know, I'm going to manipulate you. I'm going to drag you down, you know. Okay, one card for Gemini, please. The 9th house. Oh my God, I love it. Who's the 9th house? Saggies. Saggies, but it's not only about Saggies, it's about independence. It's about what? Saggies hold that arrow of truth. They get to the spiritual heart of the matter, which is what you're doing, what you have done. You have not allowed anyone to take from you that which is the most valuable of all, and that is the love that you have for yourself. These are the values that we hold near and dear, and that we came from, right? We came from heaven. And we want to live on this earth as heavenly. I mean, we are, and we have the capacity, Gemini. We are all love. And when we exude that love to ourselves, people have to fall by the wayside. And it is a harsh truth. So we do it in a big way, don't we? There are certain people that really tried hard to hold you back. And this time, it didn't work. And we're done. Let's close the door, the chapters of the past, and let's move toward a new beginning with all of what we have gone through is enough. Okay. Wow. Gemini, what a great read. You are who you are. We are the all. Have a great month. I send you so much love and many blessings. If you need me, I'm here. Take care.